Hello and welcome back. Yes, I don't have any shame fading here in the sanctity of the Library of Elrond. No, I do not. Welcome back, friends. Here I am. Apologies, by the way, for the sound issues in my prior episode. It turned out that some sound settings being tweaked. The environmental sounds were too loud compared to my voice, so again, apologies for that. Hopefully this episode won't experience such issues. Let's continue here. Let's talk to the Elrond. To the Elrond? Yeah, the one and only, of course, but to Elrond.
Dark days are coming.
Oh, yes. I'm glad to hear your news, Basabur. Do not grieve overmuch for the loss of the Nazgul. His foul designs with the wood trolls were ended by your brave actions and the skills of Legolas. Well, when you put it that way, we've accomplished something there, haven't we? Yes, your encounter with the Nazgul has revealed to me what I must do. I will speak with Gandalf, for the errand of which you heard whispers has become all the more... for the errand of which you heard whispers has become all the more urgent because of the news you bring. For you, though, I would ask that you keep your attention focused on the Nazgul. And give me Dorlos, okay? Not bad, but I have better.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Alright. Oh, so I can equip, earn, and enhance legendary items as of level 45? Really? Already? I'll wait. But that's cool. Anyways, we're level 45, guys. And we got some new skirmishes. Talk to Gloin. Hold on. Apologies. Let's continue with my story. I fear that while the Nazgul you drove off has fled the Droshos, he still schemes to assault Rivendell. To the north and east of Rivendell, there are goblins and worse that he might bend to his will and use against us. I would ask that you continue in your pursuit of the Nazgul and travel into the Misty Mountains. There you may seek the aid of Gloin, who has established a camp at the end of the pass out of Rivendell that leads to the Misty Mountains. Go now, for not only the safety of Rivendell is at stake, all of Middle-earth depends on your actions. Okay. Into the Misty Mountains.
Hope is not in vain.
The threat presented by the Nazgul has not yet passed. Please continue your pursuit of the creature with the aid of Gloin at his camp atop the pass that leads to the Misty Mountains. Okay. That's for much later. We'll decline it. Alright, guys. Well, now, so this obviously, the epic quest lines would send us to the Misty Mountains, but as I mentioned in one of my previous episodes, we would want to go to another region of the Trollshows, or rather the angle of Mittelteil, which is a separate, region, which I believe makes sense to do next, and only then we should head to the Misty Mountains. In the meanwhile, though, we still have some quest here inside the Trollshows proper. For example, we have to defeat dangerous creatures in the High Moor or Giant Valley and take some notes on the parchment at the Fort of Bruinen. That's, of course, courtesy of Bilbo Boffin. So I'll meet you somewhere there. Alright, guys, well, hopefully we will encounter some so-called dangerous creatures around here, just so that we can please Bilbo Boffin. Yeah, for example, this High Moor badge is so dangerous. Oh, man. It did count, right? What did I tell you? Another High Moor badger. Well, great. Even more fierce than the first one. Surely the elves weren't enough, huh? In finding excuses to defeat wildlife, which is what I least expected really from elves. Various elves. If you recall various episodes, There were various elves, presenting various excuses to us to kill all kinds of wildlife. Not evil creatures, you know. Not servants of Mordor, mind you. But, you know, boars and elks and all kinds of stuff. So now we're kind of used to it, which is really bad. We just don't mind exterminating wildlife. But they breed fast. That's my only consolation. Not an excuse, but at least a consolation. Okay, we're done with that part. Now we have to take some notes at the fort of Bruinen, which is further this way. I'll see you over there. Okay, let's see what we can do here at the fort of Bruinen. Well, defeat a bear, of course. Vicious mountain one at that. Let's see. Let's take some notes. Yes, look at me taking notes. I mean, it's a cool environment, obviously. You take some notes describing the fort of Bruinen. Can I read my own notes, people? Collected the writing parchment. Yes, I did that. Okay. I cannot read my own notes, guys. Seriously? I mean, I knew my handwriting is kind of bad, but not that bad. C. Wow. G. Yay. Whoa. I don't know what to say here, guys. I cannot read my own notes that I have to return to Bingo in the Hall of Fire. Well, speaking of notes, we have one more point available for our class traits. So I'll improve our deep strikes skill, which adds a bleed to our critical hits. So it increases our deep strikes bleed damage, I guess, which is good. Alright, that's because we leveled up. Next I'll see you back at the Hall of Fire. Alright, here we are. Going back into this beautiful place. Talking to Bingo.
Very good, my friend. This will add some spice to my account.
You have returned, my friend, and I hope you have had plenty of exciting and dangerous battles with which to spice up my manuscript. No comment. I couldn't even read my own notes. And I see that you also have taken down some notes on the fort of Bruinen. Yeah, you see them, but I can't. Very good. I'll use these notes to expand my description of that crossing. Bilbo would not believe how flowery my description will be now.
Bilbo will not believe how flowery my descriptions can become.
Okay, let's talk to Bilbo now.
Hello there.
You must be speaking in jest, Basabur. That is what Bingo took away from my feedback concerning his account of the journey? I did not mean that at all. Bingo has missed the point completely. Can you tell him that what is really important in writing is how the writer conveys to the reader the experience of the adventure? I'm most interested in how the journey made Bingo feel, not in the number of dangers he faced or the quantity of adjectives he uses to describe the places he found. I enjoyed Bingo's account and want to read more of it, but he has completely misunderstood my notes. Tell him not to worry about the reception of his book, or he'll never write another sincere word. Oh, guys, come on now. Can't you just talk directly without my mediation here?
My journey has only just begun. Where should we go next?
I do not know about that. I respect Bilbo's opinion, so I will not press the issue, but I do worry that my journey has not been exciting enough to hold the reader's interest possible. I will try and come up with some way to thrill my future readers, and I hope you will think on it as well. Me? Maybe. I have come to Rivendell, but my journey has only just begun. Where should we go next? Oh, here we go. And I can get a constructive critic or the open-minded title. I'll choose the open-minded.
I do not want to lull my future readers to sleep.
Why not? Sleep is good for you. Oh, I'm certain Bilbo meant no harm by his criticism of my manuscript to this point, but his words echo some of my own concerns. Will this account of my journey put my future readers to sleep, possible? I don't know. I do not want that. This is to be a thrilling tale of adventure, not a soporific account suitably accompanied by a mug of warm milk before bedtime. Why not? I have an idea, my adventurous friend. I propose that we climb the very mountains in which this elf haven is nestled. We'll climb the misty mountains and have such adventures that any reader with the unfortunate idea of reading just before bed will be rewarded with nightmares and a poor sleep indeed. Yeah. Are you prepared for the mountains, Hobbit? Cause I am, but I'm not sure you are. I have spoken with a number of the elves here, and they tell me that the mountains are filled with many dangerous creatures. That as well, but just nature there is dangerous to begin with. Snow beasts, snow lurkers. I have never seen any of these foes before. But we should do our part to defeat any that threaten as we climb. That will make for an exciting read when it is written down, will it not? A snowy climb.
We will climb the misty mountains.
Okay. Is that a promise or what? Okay, guys. I think I've had enough of Bingo Boffin adventures for the day. We shall continue when we go to the Misty Mountains anyways. Much later. Now, though, I think we want to focus on one more quest here. Which is the Imlad Gelair quest. If you recall, I have to find, let's see, well, it says, the elves of Rivendell are grateful for your service, and already a few of our bards take up their quills, prepared to spread the knowledge of your deeds in harmonious melodies, which I found, well, a little bit flattering for sure, but also I was very surprised. Anyways, let's do that now, and let's do it together here. I'm not sure about the way. It was pretty secret. How do we get there to this place, huh? We go up the waters here. Yeah, is there a secret entrance? We don't... Oh, no. Definitely not this way. Ah! Too late! Oh, well. I mean, it's beautiful here, guys, yes. But even I'm a little nervous about this waterfall. The rivers here are mighty. It's a strong current. And not even swimming against it, but for some reason the water's not too crazy here. Let's see what happens here. Well, I think we'll just die. Well, we survived. Oh, would you look at this though? Would you look at that? Wow. Now, is that the way to go? To this secret door? Perhaps? Imlad Gelair, yeah. Excellent. So we found it, guys. There was a shortcut after all. Funny. We succeeded. Wow. That's a fun little secluded place, which might have been the way that the elves found Imladris, or a secret way to it, or out of it, back in the days. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Wow. I love how the statues are kind of merged. Well, that's pretty neat. The same statue you can find on the second floor next to the Elrond's library in a larger size, but not much like that, just an individual one. It's really cool. Really neat. Let's see, can we use our gold here? Oh, we can, but I enjoy walking, why not? It's not a tiny place either. Okay. Wow. Very nice. I guess we have to go this way and talk to Atterbine. Very well. What do you have to say to us? Welcome to Imlad Gilhire. May you find what you seek here. I wasn't seeking anything particular, but I admire the beauty.
What do you need?
We're pleased to have you among us, Possible. You're welcome to make use of any services we can provide. Thank you. I feel welcomed, of course. What happens if we go further that way? Anything? Yeah, it's a very neat place. Alright, enjoying some music here. Very well. Anything further afield here? Yeah, it gets too steep around here, so I doubt we can venture much further that way. But let's at least give it a try. Okay, goes that way too. Not bad, not bad. Pretty nice. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Very cool little place though. Alright, so I still have a plan as what to do next, and it's still more questing here in the troll shows before we're done with the deeds in the troll shows, which is a whole nother matter, as usual. So I'll meet you back next to the last Homely house. Alright guys. Well, here's the last Homely house, as you know already. But here is Celebrier, who apparently gives types of quests that are a little different from the ones we are used to. I'm kind of excited for that type of story, so let's go on, you'll see what happens now. I might have some need of you, friend. This further adventure begins, okay, on January 12th, 3019, and after forward, the Fellowship departs. Oh, so it's after the forward, the Fellowship departs. Well, I don't think we have to wait for that. I think it's independent. So, and it's a repeatable quest, so let's press on. Might you spare me a moment of your time, Possible? It is almost certainly nothing, but I should not care to face the master of the house if it turns out otherwise. I understand you know Bilbo Baggins. Yes? The hobbit currently in residence here at the last Homely house, guest of Lord Elrond, and welcome by all. I had a question for him of great importance, but when I sought for him, I could find no sign of him in any of his usual haunts. That is quite unusual. Will you accept this mission then? I need you to find him for me. Okay. Further Adventures, Bilbo Baggins, Chapter 1. You will help me search for a missing hobbit? Of course. Good, good. Again, I'm sure it is nothing. But if it is not nothing... Wait, Bilbo Baggins is actually missing, guys? Well, if it is not nothing, it is sure to mean trouble. Twist? None. There is no twist in this mission. Okay. But you should travel nevertheless, huh?
I probably worry for nothing. When we find Bilbo, we will laugh long and well, but not before.
Sure, sure. Okay, what is the deal now? This way, Possible. Perhaps someone has seen Bilbo in the past few minutes, while we have been discussing his absence. That will be worthy of laughter indeed. Okay, I'll follow you now. Oh, Lord Elrond has emerged from his library. Let me speak first, Possible. My Lord Elrond, a very good afternoon to you. Is it? I mean, I think it is. I merely thought... Merely thought what? Now. Why should it not be? Is there a reason it may not be? Calm yourself, Cavalier. These are dark times. Even Imladris has been touched by the concerns of the world. Their powers have awoken. Their servants walk again in Middle-earth. So it is not a good afternoon? That's not the point, dude. Be not so crestfallen. I was deep in thought and forgot my courtesies. I bid you good afternoon as well, but I deem that was not the purpose for which you stopped me. No, it is true, my Lord Elrond. I'm slow at saying good afternoon. You see, Basabur wished to ask you something. Oh, now it's on me, huh? Go on, Basabur. Be not shy. I'm not shy, just, stupefied. What is it, my friend? You may speak freely, even should Celebrier fear to do so. You tell Elrond that you have not seen Bilbo Baggins around Rivendell for some time, yeah, like 20 minutes, and wonder the hobbit's absence. Elrond frowns, puzzled. I have not seen him today. Oh, you actually haven't? I have seen him earlier today. I have only just come from my library, and he has taken to walking the valley of late. Oh yeah, he likes walking here, I'm sure. Perhaps my daughter or one of my sons has seen him outside? Speak with them and with Glorfindel, if you should happen across him. It may be they have seen Mr. Baggins and your worries, and those of Celebrier are unfounded. I shall remain here and wait for word from you concerning our hobbit. Okay, well, maybe let's talk to El here first. He's right here after all. Word travels quickly, friend. I know for whom you search. My brother has gone inside to see if Bilbo fell asleep in the Hall of Fire again, or if he lost track of the time while working in his quarters. Elegant should soon return to tell us which of these proved the answer of Bilbo's disappearance. Ah, here he comes. Any sign of our hobbit? No, my brother. None have seen Bilbo anywhere. Okay, well, that's getting to be concerning, guys. Well, Basabur, we'll keep looking. You're just standing here. But if you say so. Okay. Let's talk to Glorfindel here. Basabur, is it true? Is it true that Bilbo Baggins has gone missing? You tell Glorfindel that you have not given up on the search, and Bilbo may yet turn up somewhere in Rivendell. The Elf Lord nods. That is the most likely outcome. But I would advise you to remember the hobbit about whom we speak. Bilbo is more susceptible to adventures cold than most of his kind. Sure, you're right. I will search for him as well. Well, thank you. Now, last but not least, we want to talk to Arwen across the bridge to the north. Okay. Wait, where's Arwen? Are we talking about another bridge? Oh, maybe the other bridge there. Okay. I'm a little nervous about Bilbo, but not enough. Not enough. Do not be merry. I'm pretty sure Bilbo is somewhere around here. Okay, I guess this is the bridge to the north. And there is Arwen. Hello there. Bilbo Baggins. I have not seen him today, but my thoughts have been elsewhere. On this day I might have walked right by him without noticing him. Not very helpful then. Or perhaps not. He has always been quick with a greeting and a smile whenever our paths have crossed. I would have seen him. I think you will not find him up the hill, for I just came from there. On cool days such as this, he is most often seated in the house, composing songs and melodies by the fire. Not today, though. If he is not to be found within, you may discover him walking the lanes of LOTRO, admiring the trees and the flowers. I'm sorry to be of so little help. Perhaps someone else has seen him. I'm sorry I cannot be more help to you. I hope you find him soon. Thank you. Yes, I hope so too. He might have fallen asleep in some unusual location, you know. He's getting old now without his drink. He's aging faster, you know. So that might be that, but even so, I'm getting a little more concerned. Okay, let's talk to Elrond. None have seen Bilbo Baggins within the house or in the Vale since yesterday, possible. Well, except me this morning. Some of my folk believe he may have found a quiet, sunny place in which to write, or perhaps has fallen asleep somewhere among the trees, and will awake rested, refreshed, and bemused at the worry for him. Perhaps. But we may need to consider another possibility. You know of the secret company that recently departed in LOTRO. It was decided in council that Bilbo should not become a part of that fellowship. But now I wonder if something might have driven the hobbit to follow after them. Oh. Oops. We cannot discount that possibility, friend. Our hobbit may not be in complete control of his feet or his sense of duty, and both of these might send him in pursuit of that secret company. I do not believe it so, but neither should we dismiss it out of hand. Wow, and for that I get a chest full of stuff? Seriously? Why? Okay. I thought for certain we would find Bilbo by now. Well, we have not, so there. No one has seen Bilbo since the morning? Yes. I felt certain we would solve the mystery by now, Vasubur, but all we have managed to do is double my worries. Has something happened to him after all? Maybe, perhaps, but we shall find more about this in our next episode, guys, where we should continue with the further adventures of Bilbo Baggins. Oh yes, we shall. Take care, my friends. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.